Hello and welcome to this quick tour of eBooks at LHS Library. We're going to start at the district website lakeviewspartans.org. I'll click on Schools, then go to Lakeview High School and come over here to our Media Center. Off to the left we do have a page set up for eBooks at LHS, and we make the point that the whole world of ebooks is in flux. It's changing. Publishers are providing different content on a regular basis, and at LHS we are trying to keep up with this new world of ebooks, and we have several options for you. We'll begin with what is available through our Destiny catalog. I'm clicking on Destiny and I'm taken out to the catalog. I'll do a search on a topic that has become very popular and important because we now have an elective class on mythology. Doing that search, a general keyword search in Destiny, I see a number of resources returned. At the very top, there definitely is a book titled African Mythology. The red icon tells me that this is a print book. Off to the side I see one of one available, and right underneath the book by Edward Parinder, I see that there is an ebook titled African Myths and Beliefs. Icon looks a little different. It's a small e, and as I hover over it, in fact, it does say ebook. So I'm interested in finding out more about this ebook. I can click on the title link or on details to get that additional information, and I see, of course, the subject links, African mythology, Sub-Saharan Africa religion, and the publication information. At least in the original print book, it was 144 pages and it included colored illustrations. So far, so good. Now, what's important to me is how do I access this ebook? I definitely want to read it, so I'm going to click here and be taken to the part of our Destiny catalog that is known as FollettShelf. You may log on to FollettShelf as a Lakeview user, same way you connect to the network with your username and password. So I'm going to do that here and get myself connected to our ebook on FollettShelf, and it should come up. Sure enough, that's the title I'm interested in. I can open it as I'm connected, and the ebook will appear on the screen. And we've landed on the title page. There are handy tools off to the left. I can click on the table of contents and then decide that I want to go immediately to the section on making the earth. There is also a search tool that will be the ability to search not only through main chapter headings but every single word in the ebook. I may be interested in the mythology about how a leopard got its spots, so I'll do a search on the term leopard spots, and let's see what we find. Okay, there is an entry on page 72, and I can go immediately to that section. There is the ability to zoom in, make that text a little bit larger. And even though my terms of leopard spots are highlighted, I want to show you here that FollettShelf gives us an extra highlighting tool, and you can pick your color of choice. I'll go with yellow here, and now my pointer becomes a yellow highlighting tool. And let's see if we can get that to show up. There we go. The section on the leopard spots in yellow. Okay, if I wanted to be absolutely sure I knew where that section on leopard spots was on the page, I could also add a note. That's a tool of FollettShelf. So I'm going to click a note here and call it simply leopard spots, and we'll say background on this topic. Okay, and you can certainly add more material under your note. Very important, hit save. Next time I were to come back to this book on African myths, I would have the ability through book notes to go immediately to page 72 and see my note on leopard spots. Okay, something else that we can do, and I'm going to turn my highlighter off temporarily. There is, for some ebook content, a built-in reader. So I can click on the Read tool, or I can first highlight the particular section that I'd like to have read back to me. So we'll leave the leopard and go over to the elephant section, the first elephant, and let's highlight a section here. And I will click on the Read tool, and let's see if we hear the reader.
The first elephant, a curious Kamba tale from Kenya, explains the origin of elephants. A poor man who wanted to become rich was sent for advice to a famously wealthy benefactor named Ivan Iangia.
And I do hope that that reading comes through in our recording here. So FollettShelf is delivering ebooks that we have available at LHS Library, and it is a very robust reader tool, and you've seen the ability to search, highlight, add notes, and that built-in reader function. I'm now going to leave the African Myths and Beliefs ebook, and I do that by clicking on FollettShelf. I'm prompted to, do I want to close the title or continue reading or even check it out? So I'm done with this one. I'll close the title. Now, I've stayed in FollettShelf. I haven't been taken back to Destiny, and as long as we're here, we'll point out a few other features. All of the ebook content in FollettShelf is showing up on this page. Titles are given to us alphabetically, and you might recognize some familiar titles. Common Sense by Thomas Paine, Communist Manifesto. As long as these are displayed, I have the ability to also read these titles, and I can check them out. So Beowulf, Divine Comedy, Doll's House, whatever it is that you're interested in, connect to those ebooks on FollettShelf. Okay, that will do it with FollettShelf, and I'm going to close out of that, come back to our Destiny catalog, and go back to search results. Because in addition to ebooks on Destiny that we access via FollettShelf, we still have some other ebook content. In my alphabetical list, a little further down, I think I'm going to see another non-FollettShelf ebook, and sure, here it is, The Complete Idiot's Guide to Classical Mythology. You probably have seen that series, Idiot's Guide, certain topics for dummies, and sometimes a great place to get started. Click the link for Complete Idiot's Guide, and as we saw before, there's the necessary information, the subject headings, links to other material on the topic. Most importantly here, to access this ebook, I'm not clicking a link that says read it, but I'm over here, an electronic book accessible through the World Wide Web. So this is going to be a web-based ebook provided through the Michigan eLibrary database of EBSCO host ebooks, and sure enough, this is the one I want, Complete Idiot's Guide to Classical Mythology. I can read the ebook text online. I can even download it to a iPad or some other mobile device to read offline. Okay, but again, I got to this particular ebook web-based through our Destiny catalog. So I will leave the Idiot's Guide, and I'm actually going to now close out of Destiny and take you back to our library website page, just giving the overview of eBooks. So we started by using Destiny Catalog, and from Destiny we were actually connected to a ebook that is hosted by EBSCO. Other sources of ebooks that you may want to know about will be Gale Virtual Reference Library. This is a database that we have access to at LHS, primarily reference books type ebooks that are web-based. And further down here, some ebooks are very easy to access. There are not copyright restrictions. They are actually part of the public domain. One project that groups these together is Project Gutenberg. There is also the Open Library set of ebooks, and you can explore this. You will be able to access the ebook content, set up a free account, and even download material to read on a device such as iPad or tablet. And if you are a Willard Library user, you know that Willard provides ebooks through the consortium of Overdrive provided by Midwest Collaborative for Library Services. As long as you have a Willard card, you may get into Overdrive and browse those ebooks for checkout. There's also audio books for checkout. The only warning here is that Overdrive has you in a sort of a large consortium, and you will be in the same group with library users from other parts of the state. So the chances that a ebook copy of a very popular bestseller is going to be available may not be that great, but you can put a hold on it and then be notified when the ebook becomes available. And finally, in the way of ebooks, we have Nooks at LHS. There are 6 Nooks, and those titles are listed in Destiny. We have a few quick images of some of the popular material loaded on our Nooks. Check with the library. We circulate the Nooks for 3 weeks, and you'll have all that great reading material from Barnes & Noble available to you. And if you are interested in the changing world of ebooks, here is an RSS feed from No Shelf Required on what is happening in the world of ebooks. So remember, start at LHS Library, borrow ebooks via Destiny, via EBSCO host, come in and check out a Nook, go to Willard, use Overdrive, and we hope that you will have opportunities for reading vastly expanded. Thanks very much.